Greetings, this is Faolan Heart, and merry Wintervale to all. 'Tis the season where people sit around the campfire, or fires in general, eat the most delicious of cookies, and drink the coldest and most refreshing of milk, and tell stories. I am sat here in the home of the spirit of Wintervale Ironforge, to tell you all, to share with you all one of my favorite stories. So sit back, relax, grab yourself one of the aforementioned cookies and ice-cold milk, and let us begin. So there I was, surrounded by at least 100 Murlocs, the heavily mustached man proclaimed, gesturing in a wide arc. The tawny Turin gasped in amazement. "Whatever did you do?" Her voice had a brawny, muscular tone to it. "The only thing I could do, my lovely." Marcus patted the sword resting on his thigh. "I brought them to justice." "Oh? With just a dagger? You are so brave." Tanda cautiously reached for the blade, but pulled back her hand away at the last second. Marcus bristled. "What? This is a two-handed sword, enchanted to the hilt. Perhaps not as big as you've seen, but I know a few tricks to really make it sing." Tandra smiled, demurely, fluttering her enormous eyelashes. She picked up one piece of cheese and held it close to Marcus's lips. "Try this. It's homemade." The handsome paladin stammered, No, I'm lactose intolerant." Tandra placed the cheese back in the bowl. "Oh? Are you sure? Does that mean you can't tolerate me?" The buxom Turin stepped forward, pressing herself against Marcus. The substantial height difference placed his face squarely in her chest. Unable to see, he flailed in protest, finally finding perch on her firm backside. His muffled apologetic sounds only made her giggle and squeeze him more tightly. Just as his other hand found her tail, the light dimmed as an imposing figure moved in the doorway. "What the?" Tandra exclaimed. "Max, no!" Marcus pulled his head away and gasped for air, looking at the angry Turin in wide eyes. "This is not what it looks like." Bax charged, ramming Marcus while uttering his challenge. "You mess with the bull, you get the horns." Marcus reeled and caught himself, digging his heel into the dirt, seizing a horn in each hand, and held the Turin's head down, fighting against his tremendous strength. Bax forced his head up, grunting and spitting in anger, only to have it repeatedly pushed down. They locked eyes for a moment, and with a final heave of explosive force, Bax wrenched himself free. The powerful Turin swung his arms wide, as if to crush Marcus in a mighty hug. "Blades of light!" proclaimed the paladin. A huge, pulsating sword thrust up from the ground between the two combatants, tearing through armor and clothing, searing the thick chest hair of Marcus, and cutting a fine line into the Turin's muscular chest. Before they could move again, Tandra raised her hoof leg into the air and brought it down with a warlike force. The man and the bull wobbled, clearly stunned. "Stop it, both of you!" Marcus regained his composure and looked at Tanda, and then to Bax. Fur was ruffled, and the bare parts of their leathery skin glistened with sweat. As they stared one another down, the ridiculously good-looking Marcus spoke. "Well, since we're mostly undressed already, and I'm afraid that this is a family-friendly show, I cannot continue, but if you look within the dark parts of Azeroth, you may find the end." So there we have it, my friends. At this, the coldest time of the year, there are plenty of ways to warm you up. I, for one, found this story rather heating. once again, Merry Wintervale all. And to all, a good night. It's daytime. Well, I'm too lazy to record this last section, so fuck it.